Hello guys and welcome to Chess Chat with Tom. Just managed to fit in our open move there and we have Croatia. Oh god, what do we say? He's going to try for the Scholars Mate, which automatically singles him out as a prick. I mean, now we can just... Okay, I'm going to talk about this for a bit for all of you who are just interested. People who do this are just absolutely stupid. I'm not saying Croatia's stupid. Don't people think there's some like bilateral meaning when I'm talking about these kind of countries? Not in the slightest. If he moves there, that would be hilarious. I mean, Croatia's that kind of country you don't really expect much from, but they're obviously they're one of those like newly industrialized countries. They're not like dirt poor, even though that's the wrong word. They're just doing their own thing, enjoying themselves. And one thing I found fascinating about countries like Croatia is and also like Eastern European countries, they find jobs out of things which we would normally expect. Like if you think of jobs like things like blacksmiths, like you'd never have that in England, or only a very small amount of people. But also people who make like rugs. Those jobs are much more common. But you go into a place like England, or you go into your big city, Connecticut, Chicago, all those places, and it's high-rise business buildings. They're those kind of things. And I think Croatia, in a way, is kind of like an innocent country. Everyone's just looking out for each other. I think generally the crime rate is reasonably low, which is also a good thing because we all know what happens when crime occurs. He was going to try and force us back. We're going to try and prevent that move somewhat by playing a6 already in case he tries to push us back, which I can imagine him doing, and we have predicted correctly. If I was him, I'd try and double attack my knight. I just realised that I should probably get his light squared off the board. Oops. If he pushes again, that's kind of dumb, but you know, whatever. What you going to do when they come for you, bad boys? Okay, so here we have decided to play that move. And this isn't a bad square for our knight, to be honest. He's pushing his queen side a bit, our queen side a bit. Kind of worrying. Okay, but still, we're gonna castle now to avoid any kind of confusion, any of that jazz. Yeah, I can see what he wants to do. Let's try and get that B square control. Okay, so what's he doing here? Yeah, he obviously wants that. Okay, well, we can just deny that and just get on with our lives. So yeah, I mean, Croatia is kind of those countries that you don't really expect to see it doing economically well as other countries, but I think it's a nice place. I think people underestimate countries like Croatia. You never really feel like you should go there, but I think in general, guys, when I'm older, I'd like to go to countries like Croatia just to experience like what it's like there and how are the people there. And he's gonna move there. And we're going to... Yeah, I'm premeditating like this kind of move, so we're also threatening that in the same basket. We want to keep our king kind of protected because he hasn't really done much with his. We're actually blocking his f-pawn from moving, which is a really good placement from our bishop. But going back to Croatia, I mean, it's one of those places you expect students to go for backpacking and stuff like that. But really, I think people, as I said, underestimate these kind of countries. To be completely honest with you guys, he's asked for a queen swap, but we're going to give it to him. But now our focus for most of this chess chat with Tom is to concentrate on this diagonal here and try and crush him. Okay. What to do? He's got a good position on us. I'm going to try and get his centre pawn on out of the game while keeping a strong queen side for when he pawn pushes. I wouldn't mind getting his knight off the board, actually. I think maybe d4 is a decent move. His time is kind of low. But yeah, as I said, you can't underestimate people like Croatians. The general stereotype, especially in MEDC's more economically developed countries, is that, oh, we're going to look down on them because they're just Croatia, and what I've heard about Croatia isn't good. Like you can't really. You got to be a bit more accepting of countries, a bit more like, yeah, this would be a nice place to go. Just be a bit more, I don't know, not as stuck up and in general belief that you think you know everything. But now we have got a dark square bishop off the board. We're actually dead even in points. I'm not really sure where's the advantage here. But we are going to ask a question of his thingy there. That probably wasn't the strongest move we could have done. We're actually now going to have this little threat here of check, making a move his knight. If he doesn't move it, sorry, rook, then we've got pretty much the game. We've got the whole world in our hands. Any of you know that song? He's got the whole world in his hands. That was embarrassing, wasn't it? Fucking hell. These are getting worse and worse each time. But still, you guys enjoy them. And yeah. I mean, hopefully you can win this game, as I said. He's getting quite low on time. But yeah, as I said, you can't underestimate countries like Croatia. Don't think just because you think it's a country like that, you can't go there. Just be a bit more accepting. I'm not saying this isn't from an individual viewpoint where everyone's like, oh, Tom's being really mean. He said that anyone who dislikes, no guys, just deep breaths, yeah. We need to get his this pawn out of the game, his little D pawn. But anyway, we may, I don't know. We're gonna offer a trade there. You may almost likely take it. Yeah. Okay. I was expecting something different, and then I realised he could nab a free pawn for me, so I didn't want to do that. That's not a bad move for us. But yeah, we're doing alright. We're doing alright, and we've just found I think a leak in the system here. Pound the alarm, guys. He's just hung his rook. So we're on a pretty good winning streak. We're on a 2 winning streak in chess chat with Tom. Kind of awesome. Yeah, we're just going to stop any threat of him breaking through, because that would be bad. We've got a mate threat. If we move c-file, we've got mate threats. Now we have no mate threats. Okay, still. Oh shit, I thought I was moving mad for a second. You guys ever done that, where you try and move your knight and you move it like 1 square too far and wondering why it wasn't moved there, and then you realise? It's embarrassing, isn't it? Yeah, it's bloody embarrassing. Okay, so he wants to get that off the board. Okay. I just want to start this whole push. Okay, well this is dangerous for us. How can we get his flipping piece off the board? Okay. Alright. I mean, he's got fucking threats. How many pieces are we up? Yeah. I think we've got this actually. Unless it's a miscalculation. Okay, I think we managed to pull that one off. And he's got 48 seconds, and now he's like panicking because his whole little plan failed. Sweet, that worked out well. But that is a nice play, so I may have to adapt that in the future, having that bishop there. And now we're just gonna add even more like shit to his fan. Make him move back even more. And if he moves there, he's blocking his little bishop. He's blocking his pawn from moving. Then we can do that. Let's try and swap here. 24 seconds. He knows if he loses his rook, he can't get a mate. And then it's basically down to us. He moves to that file as king's there. I mean, this is basically a win for us. 2 win streak. Awesome. Actually, I always say this and then I lose, which is really annoying. Just going to stick him in check, make him worry. A lot of it is just making your opponent a bit scared of you, to be perfectly honest, guys. We're allowed to swap here because we're up material and he's low on time and there's no way he can mate us. By automatically removing this rook, we've already removed the mate threats, and see with 9 seconds he already resigns. That's the tactics you want to do when you're in these games. As you can see, obviously, if you're playing a longer time limit game, this position you play a lot slower. But that move there allows him to get rid of allows you to get rid of all his mate threats. Oh, and a fan's watching. Oh my god, that made my day. That made my day. Aww. That's awesome. I didn't know he was watching my games. Oh, this guy's awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. That was Chess Chat with Tom, episode what was it? 5, I think. Yeah, episode 5. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. Have a great day.